Hi there, beautiful. Kendall Hailstone here today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Another super uncomfortable video for me, as I'm sure you have caught on this theme of just doing things that are hard, doing things I'm afraid of, and just doing them anyways. And so I'm loving it and hating it at the same time. But today's video is about how my fear of rejection got in my way today, and also about how your fear gets in the way of you becoming your best version. And so if that sounds like something that is resonating with you, then please stick around and don't forget to click that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for doing so. So why don't we go ahead and hop right into it. So first of all, I just want to point out that this is extremely uncomfortable for me, possibly the most uncomfortable I've been in making a video like so far. And so first I just want to give some context to start out that my self-confidence has been on the low end throughout my adulthood, and so I haven't been one to, for example, go up to a woman who I found was attractive and start a conversation, or to get her number or whatever. And that is important in the context of this challenge that I had this morning that I missed out on, an opportunity that I had to get out of my comfort zone. And anyway, so that's important for you to know. But also another key aspect for you to know is that I, obviously have been looking for these opportunities to get out of my comfort zone. I've been trying to be very intentional about it, becoming more aware of my fears when they come up, and then leaning into them and doing them anyways. That's all important to notice, or important to note. But then also, throughout the story, just keep in mind that I am not actually looking for a committed relationship. I am right now just focusing on my nuclear family, myself, me, and my children, and I'm focusing on my business, and like I said, just focusing on growing myself and becoming the best version of me, and really trying to serve you in the best way that I can. And figuring out all of that just takes up basically all my time, and I don't have time for that kind of relationship. So okay, so here we go. Whew, super nervous, forgive me. Okay, so this morning, I'm gonna take you back in time a little bit to this morning. So I was at the gym, which I hadn't been to for a week, but that's the topic for a whole nother different video. But so I went to the gym this morning, and I typically run on the treadmill for about 5 minutes as a warm up before I go do some of my weight training. And there was a woman running on the treadmill that I usually run on. Yes, I do typically run on the same treadmill if I have the opportunity. So in any case, I thought that this woman was particularly attractive. And if you've been to the gym, maybe you can relate to this, that not only is it a place for people to come get into shape, but it's also a place where people who are already in shape, they go there to stay in shape and to become stronger and healthier. And so anyways, typically, what I've experienced, there are a fair amount of attractive people there, both men and women. And I typically try to pay no mind to them because, I'm there to do my workout and typically just, get in and out. I'm typically there, early in the morning, and I have like my morning routine that I have to get on with. So anyways, I'm sure you can tell I'm super nervous. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was running on the treadmill, noticed this woman, and I finished running, and then I went off to my weight training, and then kind of this bell ringed in my head that, oh, Kendall, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to overcome your fear, because something that I have intentionally thought of is like, okay, well, I have in the past been really afraid of talking to women that I'm attracted to, so maybe I could try doing that just as an exercise to overcome my fear, not because I'm looking for a relationship, like I said, but as a mode for overcoming that fear and to getting out of my comfort zone and getting the habit of building courage. So in any case, I was like, okay, here's an opportunity to do this, and I noticed that she was running on the treadmill for like quite a long period of time. I got on and off, and she was still on there. I finished my workout, and she was still on there. And I actually play ultimate frisbee, which requires, I personally think, a fair amount of stamina. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I could invite her to play ultimate frisbee, and that would be like the most unweird way of talking to her, starting a conversation with her. And when I initially thought of talking to her, the idea first popped into my head, immediately my mind was coming up with all these different reasons. I was like judging myself, and I was coming up with all these different reasons as why I shouldn't. You know, my mind is giving me ammunition of why I shouldn't do it, why I should give in to my fear, why my fear was valid, you know? And it's just so fascinating that my mind just automatically went to that. And, you know, even though that I've set this intention of wanting to overcome my fear, I still notice the old habits, the old thought patterns that are, you know, ingrained in my brain that I need to be intentionally changing so that they aren't, you know, imprinted in there anymore. I can be creating new pathways in my brain of different ways of thinking so that I can, you know, be the best version of myself. So in any case, you know, like I said, I was judging myself. I was thinking, you know, don't go up to her, you know, she's gonna think you're a weirdo, you know. It's gonna be rude to go up and interrupt her workout just to have a conversation with her. Or, you know, oh, you know, she's gonna report you to the front desk because whatever. I mean, just these crazy things going on in my head. There's all these reasons why not to do this. And long story short, I ended up, you know, finishing my workout and she's still running, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just not going to do it. So I go into the locker and get my shoes back on, or, you know, my regular civilian shoes on, and then I leave. And so I missed that opportunity. So, you know, that's the whole purpose of the video being titled this, that my fear of rejection just got in my way today. It got in my way of overcoming my fear. Of facing challenges, of doing things that are hard, of getting out of my comfort zone. And I didn't do that today. And so it's really uncomfortable, first of all, for me to admit that, because it is, I don't know, showing, I guess, a weakness, I guess, in myself, which is very vulnerable for me. You know, we have this, I know, I've been imprinted anyways with this, I guess, cultural standard that men can't be weak, you know, they have to be strong and they have to be confident and everything, and I just haven't really experienced a lot of that in my life. And so to admit that, you know, publicly and openly to you is super vulnerable, super uncomfortable for me. So that's reason one why I made this video. Reason number two is that it's super uncomfortable for me to be sharing about my fear of rejection, and especially talking about women, and that is, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just a super uncomfortable topic for me. I don't completely understand why. I'm setting the intention to create more understanding and clarity around that so that I can overcome that. Ultimately, you know, that's, you know, because that's what I'm all about right now. I'm about overcoming fear, getting out of your comfort zone. I feel like a broken record, but that's just what I'm about right now, and growing in that way. So I hope this video today inspires you to get out of your comfort zone, to not let rejection stop you from becoming and experiencing your best version of yourself, and, you know, to have courage and to face your fears, and to, you know, if you experience, you know, is there something that you've been wanting to do that you just haven't been doing because you're afraid? Is there something that you've been wanting to try but you've been getting in your own way? You know, what are you keeping yourself from doing because of either fear of rejection or just any type of fear in general? You know, what is stopping you? You are stopping yourself from doing whatever it is that you're wanting to do that you feel like you can't. I mean, you can. You certainly can do it. It's just, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So in any case, that's what I want to leave with you today. Thank you so much for joining me and you know, creating this medium for me to be sharing with you my experiences, which I hope are adding value to you and inspiring you and encouraging you to be doing the same thing and to be facing your fears. And so thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow when I find the next thing to share that is fearful for me and that's uncomfortable for me. And hopefully next time, actually yes, definitely next time, I'm going to be overcoming my fear, and I want to be sharing that with you all. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Farewell. Bye.